When Black Panther hit theaters, it wasn't just another movie. It became a full-blown global cultural movement. But behind all the box office records and the Wakanda forever salutes, there's this really deep, complicated conversation about power, identity, and what revolution actually looks like. So today, we're going to unpack the incredible ideas that make this film so much more than just a blockbuster. The whole power of the film, really, it starts with this one central idea, Wakanda. It asks this massive question, what if an African nation had never been colonized? And the movie's answer is, well, this, a thriving, totally self-sufficient techno-utopia that becomes the most advanced place on Earth, all thanks to that cosmic metal, Vibranium.
But to really get what makes Wakanda so significant, we've got to zoom out a bit and look at the cultural movement it represents so perfectly.
And that movement is called Afrofuturism. Now, this is way more than just sci-fi with black characters. Think of Afrofuturism as this incredible creative tool. It takes history and African traditions, mashes them up with technology and wild imagination, and uses it all to build brand new futures. Futures that are totally free from the shadows of colonialism and racism.
And Black Panther is basically Afrofuturism brought to life. I mean, you see it everywhere, right? From the armor of the Dora Milaje, that's futuristic tech mixed with designs from real Basotho blankets, to the insane architecture of the city. It's a complete, unapologetic vision of black excellence and sovereignty. And man, is that a powerful counterstory to centuries of harmful stereotypes.
But beneath all that gleaming utopian perfection, there is a really deep, really painful conflict simmering. It's a battle for the very soul of Wakanda. See, the main struggle in this film isn't some simple good guy versus bad guy thing. Not at all. It's a clash of philosophies. It's two completely different ideas about what black liberation should look like. On one side, you've got T'Challa. He represents tradition, caution, protecting Wakanda first. And on the other, you have Killmonger, who is demanding a global revolution. He wants to use Wakanda's power to arm oppressed people all over the world. And this is the key. This isn't just a comic book fight. It's rooted in a very real-world divide. It's the gap between the experience of continental Africans who have that direct line to their heritage and the African diaspora, people whose history has been carved out by the trauma of slavery, displacement, and constant systemic racism.
So you have this incredibly complex debate right at the film's core. But, and this is important, for all its revolutionary feel, we have to remember Black Panther is a Disney movie. It's a product of the very system it seems to be questioning. And that brings us to some pretty sharp criticism.
A lot of critics pointed out that for all its originality, the film plays by some very familiar Hollywood rules. I mean, think about it. A king's son who has to avenge his father, that sounds a lot like the Lion King, right? And then you have the friendly, heroic CIA agent who helps save the day, which kind of glosses over a lot of complicated real-world history. By making the main fight a black-on-black conflict, the film gets to sidestep a more direct critique of colonialism itself. And, of course, Wakanda Forever becomes the perfect marketable catchphrase.
This quote from Christopher LeBron just nails that critique. He asks, does the movie end up siding with the conservative, royal power structure against the radical revolutionary? Is the biggest threat in this world of black empowerment another black man? That's a heavy question. So, this all leads to a really fascinating thought. If the movie's message gets complicated by all these Hollywood rules, where does its true meaning, its revolutionary power, actually come from? Well, the answer might not be just what's up on the screen. It really helps to think of a movie as more of a conversation. See, the audience isn't just sitting there passively soaking it all in. We are actively helping to create its meaning. Okay, there's a great theory for this. Think of it like a chef and a customer. The filmmaker, that's the chef. They encode a message. They prepare a dish with a certain flavor in mind. But then the audience, the customer, comes along and decodes it. We all bring our own life experiences, our own tastes, our own histories to the table, and we might end up creating a meaning that the chef never even imagined. The writer Carvel Wallace put it perfectly. He basically flipped the whole question on its head. He said it's not just about what Black Panther did for its audience. It's about what the audience did for Black Panther. And what they did was incredible. They turned a simple movie screening into a massive cultural event. People weren't just going to see a film. No way. They were showing up to take part in this huge public celebration of Black pride and identity.
The audience literally co-created the revolution. They adopted the salute as a symbol of solidarity. They showed up in beautiful African-inspired outfits. They basically took the film and created a space where they could see themselves as powerful, cool, and visionary. And in that way, the reception of the film, the experience of it, became a revolutionary act all on its own, whatever Disney might have planned.
Okay, so if the audience created their own revolution in the real world, let's get back to the film itself. What was its final answer to that huge debate between T'Challa and Killmonger?
Well, the movie's ending has T'Challa picking a kind of middle path. He doesn't keep Wakanda hidden away forever, but he also doesn't launch a global war. Instead, he chooses philanthropy. He opens an outreach center in Oakland, the exact place where Killmonger's journey of pain began.
But, and this is a big but, a lot of people really took issue with that ending. Many critics saw it as a safe, kind of corporate compromise. They called it neoliberal philanthropy. The argument is pretty simple. An outreach center is great, but it doesn't change the global systems of oppression. It just makes small fixes inside them. It's like trying to treat the symptoms, not the actual disease.
And that really leaves us with the core question about the film's legacy. Was that ending just a Band-Aid on a mortal wound? A safe, crowd-pleasing resolution? Or was it the first small, practical step toward building a truly new, truly liberated future? That's the debate that continues to this day.